rakan BlackBerry, MCMC, Salim, Nur Syuan, semua yang hadir, terima kasih. Hari ini sangat bermakna, pertama kerana ia menyaksikan kesungguhan kita dalam bidang keselamatan siber dan juga keupayaan kita meningkat Malaysia sebagai satu kekuatan baru dalam bidang ini, dan kerjasama di antara Malaysia dan Kanada yang lebih meyakinkan. Jadi saya bangga, dan kita adakan majlis bulan Ramadan, waktu tengah hari, kita selamat belanja makan tengah hari. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I must first express my profound thanks to Minister Meng for being here with us, with the delegation from Canada. But let me say this to begin by rephrasing Shakespeare, right? To face and seize the moment, a defining moment, establishment to the cybersecurity of Malaysia. Now, I must express my appreciation to Marianne, because we have discussed this quite a number of times in my recent meetings, at least two major meetings with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, whatever, forgive pronunciation, was very, very meaningful. I'm very encouraged with the continuous relationship. The High Commissioner should know that, at a personal note, may I be excused to say something. All through the years I was appearing in court, back and forth, and I told Prime Minister Trudeau this: the only High Commission or embassy that appeared without fail every day during the trial, and my trial went on for years, and was the Canadian High Commission. And from Paul Martin, my great friend, to now Justin Trudeau, we have forged this sort of a special relationship, strategic relationship. So the High Commissioner, you are responsible if anything goes wrong, and if this bilateral relation is not further enhanced, as we say here, enhanced, as you say there. Now, as I said today that, I said I want to begin with rephrasing Shakespeare, the great bard. It has been said that there is a tide in our affairs, which taken at the flood leads on to fortune. Omitted, our voyage will be bound in shallows and miseries. Now, this has relevance to a robust cybersecurity ecosystem. We have to seize the moment, because the challenge is real, and that's precisely the reason why we have the High Commissioner for Anti-Corruption Commission, and also the Deputy Inspector General of Police. Not monitoring you guys, but to show their support for this endeavor. Now, the Cybersecurity Center of Excellence, thanks to BlackBerry, when we started or initiated the negotiations, I had insisted that the Center of Excellence is critical, the training is also critical. And we have seen this attitude and policy of Canada in the assistance program, although they have said that we have somehow Malaysia graduated from that level threshold, that they no longer give us assistance for socio-economic support. Now please convey my strong observation to Prime Minister that in new fields like cybersecurity, in digital transformation, or even in energy transition, I think this is where I think Canada must continue to support. And we have benefited immensely from the presence of so many of our graduates from Canadian universities. And I've covered myself giving lectures to many, many universities from Vancouver to Toronto. And I've seen in all these places such quality students from Malaysia coming back to serve the nation. And I also met my travels to Canada in mosques, in halls, Muslim communities. They have showed so much respect to the various governments, and also for the present government in Canada, for their tolerance, for their position to accommodate and show so much tolerance and understanding. And this is quite unique, you see, particularly with the rising fascism in many parts of Europe, even in the United States. Of course, we have some differences, but we're getting closer together, particularly over Gaza. And I have been very critical on that issue. But otherwise, we have seen this concrete evidence of strong collaboration between two countries. And your presence here, of course, would fortify that and must ensure that the 120, how many business delegation? 130. And did they come back with some 20 or 30 an agreement or understanding to invest here? I will make sure that your visa, your permit will be withdrawn, or passport. You know, here, of course, it's a vibrant democracy in Malaysia, but we learn from many authoritarian dictators around, and there's probably some aspects that we can adopt. Now, the CCoE is a milestone in our journey towards creating a robust cybersecurity ecosystem, necessitating strong partnership across the public and private sectors towards a more secure digital environment. We can collaborate to develop plans that encourage information sharing and expertise exchange between government agencies and other stakeholders, including sharing actionable threat intelligence. We commend BlackBerry for helping to upskill our next generation of cyber defenders, accelerating our goal to bolster national and regional security and innovation. I hold you responsible if you don't train enough of our guys. You know, people sometimes, even here, they think because I smile a lot, they think I'm soft. No, because I've learned a lot from ex-authoritarian leaders. Malaysia has a shortfall of 12,000 cybersecurity professionals. Now, you can imagine in the next few years, we need 25,000 workers in cybersecurity by 2025. Now, I'm not suggesting that BlackBerry covers all that, but the initial training, I think, to be monitored by the NSC, National Security Council, or Shiwan beside you, will update me from time to time whether you are behaving yourself or not. We envision this center as a capacity building hub for the wider Southeast Asian region, with a specific focus on enhancing threat intelligence sharing and fostering regional cooperation in mitigating cybersecurity threats and combating cybercrime. Now, I need to emphasize that Malaysia is fortunate to be in ASEAN, relatively the most peaceful region or sub-region in the world, and the fastest growing economy in the world. Now, we are again more fortunate because of the decision of many countries I was in Australia and recently in Germany. They've decided to have Malaysia as this new hub, particularly in the issue in the region of microchips. Right now, our export to meet the demand of United States, for example, reached to around about 26% of the United States demand, probably one of the highest from any single country. And we have, for example, major investments in this field from Infineon, for example, from Infineon Germany, 5 billion euros. And NVIDIA has come in, the major program for artificial intelligence and not only data center, but AI in Johor. And I would like, of course, to continue to see the collaboration with Canada. Why do I to emphasize this point? Is precisely because once we have this sort of international attention and more investments, and having Malaysia as a hub because of our exceptional position of being close to Canada, United States, and Europe, and having very close relations with China. And we maintain that, and I've been questioned quite a number of times. As Malaysia is an independent country, fiercely independent, we decide to continue having this collaboration with both the West and the East. So our relation with China, Korea, and Japan is astounding. And therefore, cybersecurity is very relevant. Because the attacks are quite, should I say, not only common, but getting to be more a threat to us. Of course, we have in the past, we have dealt with the issue of terrorism and counter-terrorism, but cybersecurity is, of course, part of a vehicle, effective vehicle to combat this. Now, as the chosen location for the establishment of CCoE, Malaysia aims to deliver upon our shared goal to establish a globally competitive skills and learning ecosystem in the Indo-Pacific region. Forging international partnerships, specifically those harnessing advanced technologies in AI and machine learning, assumes importance in the positive growth of our economic's trajectory. Through this strategic collaboration, we not only stimulate economic advancement and prosperity, but also bolster the resilience on cybersecurity infrastructure against the myriad risks that pervade the digital landscape by keeping the nation's data, conversations, and citizens safe. I get this categorical assurance from you. And what is more pertinent, to be fair, is that in my discussions with Prime Minister Trudeau, he gave him a very strong categorical assurance that Canada, and not only BlackBerry, will give whatever support necessary to make sure that Malaysia remains a safe destination. Thank you again. May you please remind me that I have mentioned him 4 times in my speech. The government has been working tirelessly to attract foreign direct investment, chalking up to 329 billion, close to $100 billion in 2023, an all-time high, which bodes well for 2024. And February 24 figures is astounding. Trade, investments have now registered new record high. And thank you again with your presence and showing enough confidence in this country. We will give whatever cooperation and fasten the pace of approvals, which has been a problem in the past. And we take note of this in my early days as Prime Minister, talking to many investors. They said everything seems to be right, But we need to upskill, number one. Number two, we need to accelerate the process. So I've stopped the one-stop agency, because the one-stop agency actually ends there. That's why it's called one-stop agency. It doesn't resolve problems. So now it is more an accelerating agency that accelerates the process. Now, our focus, of course, to create high-value job opportunities in tandem with our ekonomi madani, memperkasa rakyat, empowering the people. Under this framework, the government has also introduced numerous initiatives to help accelerate the growth of enterprises and services to significantly enhance their productivity, as well as grow Malaysia's cybersecurity competencies in the digital domain. I used to be a short time at Oxford and I went to Georgetown University. Every time I mention enhance, my students will smile. Either they think the pronunciation is odd, or they think it's not correct. Because the Canadians and the Americans would insist in saying enhance. But I used to remind my students, either from Canada or from the United States, that English is English, not Canadian or American. Now, as for February 2024, 5G rollout in Malaysia has reached 80.3% coverage in populated areas, and internet coverage has reached 97.0% in populated areas respectively in Malaysia. So thank you, Fahmi, and also our MCMC chief. Now, the communications connectivity will continue to catalyze digital transformation, specifically those industry verticals such as manufacturing, healthcare, warehousing, agriculture, and more, in addition to spurring the growth of data centers and cloud services. Today, we also celebrate the graduation of the first cohort of upskilled cyber defenders. Thank you. Trained by the SANS Institute and BlackBerry. At least you recognize something black. This is, you know why, Mary, forgive me. Because this is Ramadan. In the afternoon, people get tired and sleepy and hungry. So I have to, This achievement is a direct reflection of the CCoE's immediate impact, contributing to the elevation of cybersecurity skills and fostering the culture of innovation and professional networking. Now, going forward, the landmark collaboration today will be vital in fortifying cybersecurity and ensuring data sovereignty for Malaysia. So, sekali lagi terima kasih. Dengan lafaz Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, saya merasmikan Cyber Security Center of Excellence.